come with me.
Previously on One West Waikiki.
Now, we can't just do all those frivolous, mindless things we used to.
Well, what are you, doing? We do take a cursory look at accidental drownings, just to be sure.
What makes you assume that was an accident?
Experience.
Our Jane Doe has had a kidney surgically removed. So what's the going rate these days on the black market for a kidney?
It's an accidental drowning!
That's not what I heard, Mac. Taylor tells me that you've managed to let some lady M.E. turn your accidental drowning into the crime of the century.
Our next candidate for fifth phase appearance modification is Sandra.
Do you wish me to take the right or the left kidney?
We'll give Sandra her choice.
Sandra, I was right. Your friend Sue Lin was murdered. Now, don't you think it's time we met?
Then very right, girl. Whether you live will depend on your commander, friend.
Then changed into his dress whites and hanged himself with his own belt.
We got a why?
The note mentioned some grave personal problem that she would understand.
I promise you, I'll find out who did this to you.
Well, what happened to the commander's body?
It's not here. It could be halfway across the Pacific on a boat or a plane by now.
Hold it right there. You're under arrest.
I've got no problem going to the brig for a while. But, when we come out, I want a full disclosure to the press of who got the mahi-mahi in the picture and who got the girl who just turned up murdered.
What are you talking about?
Talking about homicide. And since we haven't been able to identify her up until now, this photograph, Captain Dalton, makes you our only material witness.
She and Lieutenant Wolfe made the connection between me and Sue Lin.
Dr. Holliday can be packed off to the mainland with one well-placed phone call from one of our friends in high places. But Lieutenant Wolfe is another matter. He has to be dealt with once and for all.
We've been looking everywhere for you. I think we have the breakthrough we've been looking for in the Jane Doe case. Mr. and Mrs. Bryan, Dr. Holliday.
Oh, how do you do?
Hello. Hi. They've come here to identify our Jane Doe.
The letter said she was in trouble and feared for her life, so we got here to Hawaii as soon as we could.
Mr. Bryan, you'll have to slow down. What letter?
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, it comes from an old Army buddy of mine who kept in touch with a girl I used to know overseas. Actually, he kind of kept her from reaching me on account of it might upset our marriage. It seems that we had a little girl. I just hope she's still alive.
May I see the letter?
Oh, sure. In there, Sandra says how she and her best friend worked for a place called Protect, but she says something was going on there and that she needed to talk to somebody about it. Now, we went over there to find her, but they say they never heard of her.
Protect? It's a very big and well-connected security company. Nui, this girl wrote this in desperation. She was afraid she was going to be murdered. May I see the photograph? I'm afraid her call for help came too late. I believe we do have your daughter.
Good Lord. I was afraid of that.
If you're up to it, we can show your daughter to you on the monitor.
Yeah, all right. Sit down. Oh, good Lord.
I know this is difficult. If you'd like us to wait outside.
No. That's not her.
I'm sorry, I should have told you she had some cosmetic surgery.
No. The letter says that Sandra's the one on the left. The one on the right is her best friend, Sue Lin. That means our daughter's still alive.
Now, where would you have a file on the death of a girl named Tanya Montaigne? The file room's over here.
Lieutenant, where are you going?
Personal business.
Is there anything you'd like to tell the captain about last night?
Last night? No, I don't think so. Why? Is there something you know about last night you think I should tell the captain?
You better watch yourself, Mac. It isn't that lady M.E. who's going to save your job around here. If only you'd confide in me a little more. Could be your best friend.
Maybe I have been selling you a little short. How'd you like to loan me $400 till payday?
Hey! Hold it right there! Hit it, brother. Give him a gun. You the genius who thought about coming to police headquarters? Huh? That's really right. Hey, bro, jump! Check is in the mail. You can call the bank. You guys all right? You see that? The nerve of some people trying to repossess a police car.
Why don't you pay your bills, Lieutenant?
Well, which side are you on?
Tanya Montaigne. Look at this. Both the girls were similar in age and race. They both had plastic surgery. They were both missing a kidney. Here's one other thing I turned up that could mean something.
What?
Vaccination marks are identical. It's a type unique to the Philippines. Something very interesting. Protect again. Well, that's 3 matches. That's Tanya, Sue Lin, and Sandra. But Sandra's alive. So far. I think it's time to pay Protect a little visit. Your offices are magnificent. You must be very successful.
I work very hard, as do all my people, who will one day persuade the politicians that private police are the future.
Well, in a manner of speaking, that's why I'm here, private police. You had an employee who was killed in an auto accident several months ago, Tanya Montaigne.
A tragedy.
And another former employee, also a young woman, also of Asian descent, a drowning victim. And strangely, no one called to report her missing.
People in security work are often out of touch with their employers and families for days at a time. Who is it you're talking about?
Her name was Sue Lin.
Why do you assume she worked for us?
Because of a photograph in a letter that was written by a colleague of hers, a woman named Sandra.
I still don't understand why an old auto accident and a drowning would bring you to me.
Would it help you understand if I said both of these young women were missing an apparently healthy kidney?
And what is your point?
Don't you find that a rather astonishing coincidence?
No, and I'm surprised that you do, Dr. Holliday. As a forensic specialist of such note, you must surely be aware of what deplorable conditions in third world countries have led to. That young men and women routinely sell organs in order to pay for such basics as childbirth, education, or simply to survive. Some of us have tried to reach out to offer these young people an alternative to such carnage. In my case, that has primarily meant the hiring of offspring of American servicemen in Asia, who are loved neither by their fathers who ran home after the war, nor by their Asian brothers who shun them as being half-white and impure. I offer these people a new life and a chance at the American dream.
How generous.
I'm not Joan of Arc. I choose only the ones who are most beautiful, or who can be made so by my husband.
So if one or more of these girls were missing an organ before you hired them, you wouldn't know that?
I most certainly would not.
Just one more piece of business. I need to locate this young woman in this photograph.
I'm afraid I've never seen either of them before in my life.
I guess I have misinformation.
Yes, I would say that you do.
Thank you.
load you a new alarm fix. Now, who sent you? And who do you work for? Why are you following me?
My badge.
Let me tell you something, genius. I'm a cop, and if you were a cop, I'd know you. Now, who sent you to bird dog me?
The captain, he thought you'd get in trouble again, and he brought me from Pro City.
Now, they told you the kind of names they call me at the station house, huh? Like Mortuary Man and Leadhead and Trigger Mortis. Now, is there anybody who'd miss you if you disappeared for a long time?
I got a wife and 3 kids, man. And the dog.
Well, if you're as reckless with their future as you are with yours, pal, your wife is going to end up a bag lady and your kids are going to be eating recycled tacos. Do you even have insurance? Really? How'd you like to buy some whole life? Or I can get you into a really nice term package for very little down. How's your neck? I hope I didn't hurt it, huh? Because we have major medical.
Yeah?
We've not only left Sherman in the dust, we're neck and neck with the sitting governor.
Hey, I've got some good news, too. Take a look at this new proposal. I think it's very generous.
Who's the Committee for Moral Government?
Some of the most prominent names in the islands who are willing to come into the government in $1-a-year jobs.
Ronnie, this list of political appointments, these are just suggestions, right?
Well, they'll guarantee a 48-hour media blitz preceding the election.
Bureau of Harbors, Tourism, Land Management, Industrial Planning. These jobs could effectively control the economics of the entire state.
Well, now, these are fine people, Miriam. They're the kind of people we need in government.
You're not serious. Laura Greystone for Commissioner of Police?
Well, there's more. A long time ago, when I was in the service, nothing every other GI wasn't doing there. Well, it seems there may be a child. They have names, dates.
Ronnie, are you telling me that the Committee for Moral Government is blackmailing us?
Homicide. No, Lieutenant Wolfe is not in. May I ask what this is in regards to, and I can get him a message?
No, just tell him Dr. Holliday called and I have some important information. You don't have any idea where I might find him.
Thank you, ladies, very much. If you're feeling the same warm vibes I am, feel free to put a little something extra into the bowl on behalf of the Policemen's Welfare Fund. Thank you for your kindness. This is for the one who got away. What'll I do when you are far away and I'm blue? What'll I do? Now this is really cooking, shall we say? Woo! Oh! This is good. This is not good.
Hi.
I'm an MP. End of discussion. Like you said, desperate situations require desperate measures.
Mac, it's probably the least objectionable thing I've seen you do since I met you.
Yeah, well, one word of this to anybody, and you'll get the world's most personal introduction to homicide.
Oh, like nobody's gonna know that you're here, that you're in the most public place in Honolulu?
Hey, none of my friends can afford this place. Besides, I'll have my rent, my car payments, and my credit cards all paid up. So all my problems will be over.
Right.
Speaking of my problems, I thought you were going home.
Something's caught my interest.
Oh, really? What would that be?
Tanya Montaigne. You weren't thinking of lighting that.
You know, the thing about being around you is I probably won't live any longer. It'll just feel like it.
My troubles began with a guy named Frank Montaigne. Montaigne, who was president of Allied Chemical, received a death threat. My partner and I were sent out to protect him while investigating the source of the threats. On this particular night, all hell broke loose. My partner covers Montaigne. I chase after some character in a hood. I was choreographed like a ballet. Every move I made was laid out for me like there was numbers on the ground. thing I know, I've got fog for brains. And after the dance was over, my partner and Montaigne have got gunshot wounds to the head from my service revolver. I was placed on suspension, pending further investigation of the shooting.
Where did Tanya Montaigne come in?
She calls me out of the blue and tells me I've been set up, which is not news to me. So I agree to meet her right here on this very spot. She was one of the most beautiful girls that I had ever seen. Perhaps the most frightening, you know. A lot had been made about the fact that there was something going on between us, but there wasn't. I didn't have those kind of feelings for her. Even though I'd been separated from Miriam for about 6 months, I was very lonely. She walked out on me, and I was, quite frankly, very lonely. I hadn't had contact.
All right, Mac. You didn't lay a hand on her. What the hell did she tell you?
She told me this vague story about being Montaigne's new wife, how she was forced to set him up to be killed by these people that she works for. She promised to meet me and bring me proof. Later, the police pulled her car to the water near Pearl. Tanya was dead without a mark on her.
Well, why hadn't you confided any of this to Captain Herzog?
Well, Tanya convinced me there was a leak high in the department that led to my being set up in the first place. Yeah, I bought the whole package. Especially the part about Tanya being frightened.
Stop that!
Oh, hey! Where are you going with my gun?
Out of the car!
Holly, wait! Oh, I got her. She got a gun. Doc.
Mac, cuff him!
I can't. Look, Doc, I'll explain it to you. Just give me my weapon back. We gotta let him go.
Brother, you damn right you gotta let us go. You get one big fat lawsuit coming. We get legal order for repossess the car.
Repossessed?
You all right, Doc?
Mac, who was that meant for?
I don't know. But one of us must be onto something.
We gotta get out of this business. I'll no kid you, brother.
Mac,
Yeah.
you can get up now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Another love tryst at the beach, Mac? This time with a beautiful Emmy who hasn't even recovered from the death of her fiancé, and you're filling her with your wild theories of corruption and conspiracy in high places?
Is that better for you, man? Is that the strident tone by which you feel I should rule my department? Frankly, it hurts my throat.
You tried gargling? Dave, all I want is your attention and a little slack.
Slack?
Yeah.
How can a man who is completely unattached be anything but slack?
Unattached. I was damn near disassembled, Dave. Check the news bulletin around here. They tried to kill me. If it wasn't for that chucklehead tampering with my ignition, Doc Holliday and I would be blackened sashimi. Doesn't that tell you something, huh?
What does it tell you, Mac?
It tells me that I'm getting very, very close.
Close to what?
To the fact that Jane Doe, who we now know is Sue Lynn Walker, Tanya Montaigne, and Commander Haber's death are all related.
As was your being assigned to all three by someone in this department who was trying to keep you from learning the truth.
Possibly.
It's nuts!
Then why else would someone want to kill me?
I would have thought it was obvious. Gambling debts. Who told you that? Now, how many jobs are you holding down now anyway?
This is not about that. Who sent me out on the Tanya Montaigne case to begin with? Jane Doe's drowning and Haber's suicide.
I did.
No, you did not personally send me out.
My office did. Taylor out there did. I suppose you think she could be a co-conspirator, too?
You're right. This doesn't make sense. Oh, wait a minute. Are you dropping it?
I guess so.
I don't believe that.
Why? I mean, you make a very convincing point. In order for me to be right, people in high places all over this town have to be conspiring to do what? Frame some poor, dumb cop? It's nuts.
Taylor, would you step in, please? Thank you.
Yes.
Taylor, did you
assign Mack to the Montaigne case?
Mack and his partner, yes.
And what about the Jane Doe case?
You said to keep him on low-profile, non-press involvement cases.
And the Haber suicide?
Seemed fairly contained at the time, and all of our good people were on the assassination squad. Is there a problem here, Captain?
No. I would say you carried out my wishes to the letter. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dr. Holliday, I was in the middle of trying to prepare my retirement speech when I got a very distressing phone call.
From someone trying to stop my investigation?
From someone suggesting it would be bad for tourism if a very prominent visiting doctor were to be murdered here.
Don't worry, Doctor. I have no intention of being murdered, but I think our murderer may be on the run.
You've solved the case?
Maybe. What do you know about the birds and the bees?
Doctor, I may not be quite as up-to-date as you are on some medical matters, but I think I have a pretty good grasp of the rudiments.
Don't panic, Carter. Right now, we're just going to talk about the bees and how one is chosen before birth in the hive for preferential treatment. That candidate is fed royal honey to make it the queen.
Your point being?
Well, what if certain girls were chosen for enhancement because of their hair and their skin, and they're given cosmetic surgery in the works, and in return...
They pay for it with a kidney. What's the rest of your theory?
According to Lieutenant Wolfe, a beautiful young Pro-Tech girl was married to the man that was killed with the lieutenant's gun. She was his bodyguard on some trip to China. Anyway, something about him being in possession of some very important chemical formulas. Right after the husband dies, the beautiful wife gives Pro-Tech the security contract for Island Chemical.
Putting these rich new formulas in the hands of Pro-Tech.
Right.
I've already been asked to send you home. Now you're about to accuse some of the most important people in this city of a very ugly crime. What if you're wrong?
But what if I'm right? I all but told Pro-Tech I was onto them. And I may have just set up a girl named Sandra to be their next victim.
I know I'm not going to like this, but what do you want me to do?
Pro-Tech, can I help you?
Call Herzog, I gotta run.
Oh, hi. This cost me a night of Mai Tai, but my buddy from Pearl got me the file on Captain Dalton. The part that might interest us is where it says that he was in charge of the Navy airlift out of the Philippines when we closed our big base down there. How does that tie in? Well, a number of Philippine nationals were given special immigration status and flown into the States through Hawaii. Now, according to my friend, some of these so-called long-time workers were real babes. This is good work, Nui. Thanks. And now we know what Captain Dalton was trying to hide.
Sound check. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Give me a little more gain.
Would you excuse us for a second? Now, I know it's too early to vote, so you must be here to make a campaign pledge.
You were following me.
I just thought it was time we had a little talk about the way you've been setting me up.
You mean all those assignments which put you in the worst possible places at the worst possible time?
Yeah. Now we're communicating. This is good.
I always had a crush on you, Mac. I didn't like setting you up.
Well, that's nice. I'm flattered about that. But how about telling me who's squeezing you enough to hurt a friend, huh?
I didn't like hurting you then. And I'm sorry to have to hurt you now.
Now?
Right this way, Lieutenant.
Again, right?
It's my job.
You must have pushed some big buttons, Dr. Holliday. Commander Haber's car was already containered and on board a ship along with the rest of his effects.
I appreciate your cooperation.
Do you mind telling me exactly what it is you're looking for in his car?
Proof that Tom Haber was killed to stop a military investigation and that he did not have a fatal blood disease when he died.
I see.
Thanks for your help.
No problem.
We've had the car for several days now, Doctor. Surely if there were ever anything for us to find, it's been scrubbed clean by now. Oh, not all secrets can be scrubbed away. Those look like new floor mats to me.
Yeah, the floor mats are new, but these vinyl seats aren't.
What's that? A new solution to unmask old secrets. The stuff that's glowing, that is what I think it is.
Hemoglobin residue. They may have burned the body, but not the evidence. Whatever the state of the commander's health 6 weeks ago, we'll know it without an autopsy.
Well, Dr. Holliday seem to be putting on quite a show. So what do you think you're doing?
Well, you could say we were out for blood when we found it. In addition to the fatal disease that was indicated in the commander's medical report, it also mentioned an accident that occurred a couple of months ago. A truck hit his car and seriously injured his leg.
I still don't see...
Oh, he believed that someone was trying to slow down his inquiry into the death of Tanya Montaigne. Well, we can't prove what happened that night, but we can prove the true state of the commander's health. You see, this porous material helps safeguard the evidence.
So you find some old dried blood. How do we know that's Haber's?
Oh, DNA matching.
You can still lift DNA from that?
Well, like it happened yesterday. And of course, once we establish that this is the commander's blood, then we'll have it tested for that fatal disease that's in his medical report. And when we don't find it present, well, I imagine a court of inquiry will take it from there. And they'll find out that some beautiful women were flown into this country on naval aircraft and given preferred immigration status. And that some of them died under mysterious circumstances. And stranger yet, some of them were missing perfectly healthy kidneys. Let's go.
Don't lose him, Nui.
Where do you think he's going?
I think he's going to lead us straight to Tom's killer.
Have another drink, Lieutenant.
As an officer of the law, I have a code. I place my limit at 4 tall ones or a gallon of vodka a day, whichever comes first. You guys are going to kill me anyway, so let's just...
Take you with me, you fish-faced lab rat. I'll break your foot now!
That feels really... Huh?
He's going to a party. Party policed by Protect people. It's Sandra.
Anyway, I want you to go to police headquarters and tell Mack Wolfe what we found at Pearl. He'll know what to do.
You're not going up there alone.
Why? What are they going to do? Kill me?
Laura! Call him off, Laura. What I've got to say, you're going to want to listen to.
Leave us. Having a bad day, Charlie.
I'm living in a Stephen King novel. Tell me about the missing organs, Laura.
Some of the girls wish to look special. It requires a great deal of money. They pay for it the only way they can. It's a personal choice. It's not forced on them.
What have I done?
My girls are very grateful to me for making them look so beautiful. They are wanted in every level of business and government. Once there, they feed me information, stocks, bonds, real estate. In return for their loyalty and obedience, my girls get the good life. Maybe a rich husband. Certainly more than any of them could have dreamed of as outcasts in Asia.
And if a girl should want to give up this life for something else?
What could they possibly want that I don't give them?
What Sue Lin wanted very badly. And what I could have given her. Love.
Oh, my poor Charlie. Is it love you want? I can get for you love.
I came here to help you leave the country, but I can't think of a place repugnant enough to have you.
Oh, Charlie, you hurt my feelings. Now I'll have to punish you.
Take it away. We're clear.
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor has just arrived, and we are about to set sail for the best party you've ever attended in honor of the greatest statesman Hawaii will ever know.
Sandra.
Yes?
No, you don't know me, but we had a mutual friend, Tom Haber.
I can't be seen here with you.
But wait. I've also met your father from Kansas.
He's here in Hawaii?
The minute he got your letter, he came here, and we both think you're in danger. I want you to come with me.
Dr. Holliday, what a surprise. I see you found Sandra. Isn't she exquisite?
Seems to me you said you didn't know her.
I must have confused her with someone else. She's one of my most prized employees. Sandra, why don't you go and mix with the other guests?
Sandra's coming with me.
Actually, Dr. Holliday, I think you have all you can handle with Lieutenant Wolfe.
Mac, how did they get you here? You're drunk. You're more than drunk. You're drugged. What did you give him?
Today it was my intention to tidy up loose ends. The lieutenant and Sandra. Give me the gun.
You know, there's only so much you can get away with.
Fortunately, Mack's reputation for recklessness places that limit amazingly high. He crashed our party in search of his wife. He was drunk and abusive. When Commander Dalton took him downstairs to reason with him, he became psychotic and threatened to kill his wife as well as himself if she didn't leave. A struggle for his gun left several people dead below deck.
God, listen to her. She's recreated that insidious world she came from.
Goodbye, Father. He abandoned his right to live many years ago in a little village he never bothered to learn the name of. Find her. No one goes in or comes out.
Mac, you gotta wake up. I know you're feeling really good because from the looks of your pupils, they gave you an opiate. You gotta wake up, Mac. We gotta get out of here. Mac! Right over here. Mac! That's it. Okay, now come on. Kick the bag right over here. Right here. Right next to me. With your feet. That's it. You can do it. Good boy, Mac. Good. Got it.
Brought her a little bit of rock and roll, baby. Singing at the end of two years.
Hey, I'm free. All right, let's go get her. Come on,
Mac.
let's go.
Your feet.
That makes my little world a Shangri-La.
Go below and dispose of Dr. Holliday. Then shove Lieutenant Wolfe out on deck as if trying to disarm him. The gun will go off. You know the rest.
Oh, Mac! Come over here. That's it.
Doc.
Please.
Oh.
Stay there. Don't move.
Quick dance never hurt anyone. Quick little dance.
Stay there.
You and me. Be right here, Doc. I got the next dance. Do it. Do it.
Mac, listen to me now. I want you to drink this.
No more drinks, Doc. I'll
drink
dance with you anyway.
Mac,
Come on.
this is what's going to make you feel better. Eventually.
Doc.
Come on, that's it. Drink it up. That's it.
Doc, what did you just give me? Oh, man.
You know, it's our hope that with the help of people like yourselves, we'll be able to keep the great state of Hawaii the Shangri-La that it's been.
Remind me never to go drinking with you again.
Sorry to give you bilge water, Mac, but it's the closest thing I could find to saline solution. Want to complete your cure. Most people have enough drugs in here to turn you into a human elevator. Here we go.
Oh, no, you don't. No.
No, yes, you have to have this, Mac.
No, I don't.
You can't even stand up.
So what?
They gave you morphine to accelerate the alcohol. This is naloxone. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to neutralize. Come on.
You promise?
You know, it's long been my life's goal to bring people into government who've already realized the American dream. Those of you who've accompanied me, been loyal supporters in this campaign of ours over the last few months, know that I've committed a good deal of that time looking for, and I'm happy to say, finding those very kinds of citizens.
Jackpot! Oh, I never liked that guy anyway.
Not my type either.
Someone's coming. Get back.
Inside, both of you. Commander Haber tried to help me and they murdered him for it. I couldn't let that happen to you.
Finally, to chair our new police council, one of Hawaii's most successful business persons, Mrs. Laura Greystone.
Excuse me, Mr. Markham. In the short time I've known Laura Greystone, I've found that no one can speak for her better than the people that she's helped. One of those people is here today, and she would like to say a few words on her behalf. Sandra?
How did she get away? Where is everyone?
I will always be grateful to Laura Greystone for smuggling me into America. She's taken many poor young girls like me under her wing and given us expensive plastic surgery so we can make good marriages to important men.
Find out what happened to Meg and Delta.
She's also generous enough to allow us to pay for her husband's services by donating only one kidney.
She's talking about your new commissioner of police.
How's your karate?
We have Laura Greystone to thank for this opportunity to come to America. Thank you, Laura, for her effort.
Hey, Laura! Speech! Speech!
Thank you, Sandra. You know, the abandonment of children by American servicemen is not a very well-known cause. But men like candidate Markham, who fathered an illegitimate child and deserted her mother, have taken a big step forward in saluting Laura Greystone for her work here in Hawaii.
Do something.
I think you already did. Thank you for the privilege of speaking to you.
She's a dead woman.
Attention, Windjammer. Attention, Windjammer.
There we are. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. Stick around, huh? Don't fight the feeling.
Attention, Windjammer.
This is the Honolulu County Police. Return to port. Return to port immediately.
Great. Pardon. Can I buy you a drink?
It's not over.
No. Fun usually begins with the cups.
Naturally, I was disappointed to learn of Mrs. Greystone's involvement in this tragic incident. However,
I think maybe I owe you a little back pay, and I think maybe a new car.
Well, teal blue if you're shopping.
Teal blue. I mean, a police... Teal blue, yes.
She matches my eyes.
Oh, yeah. Mac, good work.
Thanks.
I want you to know that I in no way feel that this...
Mac. Hi, I just wanted to tell you, I'm really glad that you're all right.
Thank you.
I hope that you don't think that I...
No, of course not. How do you think your boy will do?
So good.
Yeah, I think it is. Take care of yourself, Mary.
Hi, how you doing?
I'll be okay. It's nice work, Doc. But I think you should stick to working on the non-limping. I'm not feeling so good.
Ooh, I better take you to the morgue and pump your stomach.
Oh, you know. That's pretty good.
Doc, you got me back in the good graces with my captain. The department let me off the hook about my new car. My ex's boyfriend turned out to be a big-time loser. Storybook finished. You know, those L.A. homicide boys are pretty lucky to have you around.
Mac, that almost sounded like a compliment. You mean you wouldn't mind seeing a little more of me on this side of the ocean?
I think I gotta pull over, Doc. I'm feeling a little queasy for some reason.
Because, you know, Dr. Reeves is retiring, and he did ask if you could recommend me for the job. Oh, Mac!
Coming up, it's the show that stars like Brad Pitt stay home to watch. Robert Stack presents Unsolved Mysteries. Next, tonight at 8. Why was her son killed? And why doesn't the Navy want the world to know? Bonnie Bedelia stars in the true life drama Any Mother's Son, a Lifetime original movie.
Now we'll come with me.